Okay, now I think they can hear the game.
We didn't die, nor did we skate. We chose to walk away from all of it.
Or
I
maybe
hope they can hear
there's
this game.
2 Merediths? Application audio, and then
Are there
desktop
2
audio.
Merediths?
Okay,
Which one
how?
is the real Meredith?
We turn up the audio on the computer so you can hear both Meredith and the game. Can we get
Is
a?
this real Meredith? Is this real Meredith?
I might need to turn the game down a little bit so we can hear you better.
Oh my god.
Give me one
the game
sec.
sounds so good. I can hold the mic closer to me, but I actually, if I'm being honest, I can't hold the mic closer to me. And
How does Meredith sound? Does she sound quiet? I think I can make you just like a little tiny bit louder. Alright, let me try not to sacrifice the game too much.
I can also put my mic up on a stack of CDs. Hold on. Yeah, that's right. A stack of CDs.
A stack of
I'm the owner of
CDs.
some old media.
Yeah, they're doing something. They're propping up a mic.
Yeah. How does that sound? I literally can't get closer to the mic because of my pregnant stomach, and I can't hold the mic up because I'll immediately lose circulation in my hand, in my pregnant hand.
What do we think? Should Meredith cut her pregnant hand off just to sound 1 micron louder?
The first person to respond gets to decide my fate. They're being
Let's
awfully
see.
quiet in there. Okay, the Odyssean says that sacrifices must be made. Alright, I'll go get a knife. Hold on. I got some more CDs. Please don't make me cut my hand off.
Okay, so I have a question. Wasn't this game supposedly developed within Electronic Arts? It says Ultra Games.
Interesting. Well, I suppose right from the start, EA was a company that absorbed other companies, right?
Well, I think
Does
it's
anybody
like
know
from the start, EA was a company that made other people do their homework for them. They got other companies to make their games.
Right, and then they slapped their big fat name all over it.
Yeah, some guy named Trip. Some guy who's like looking for your lunch money.
Yeah, Trip, but yeah, Shed. But his name is really Trip, right?
Trip. I've definitely seen this dude who looks kind of like Beavis. I've definitely seen him on the CRT account that posts like pictures of what games were meant to look like.
Look how gorgeous this is. This is really a monumental effort of the real people who actually made this game. I'm starting to doubt it was EA.
Here's EA.
Yeah, there they are. So why does it say Ultra Games on top?
Well, because it was made like for the NES by Ultra Games.
Oh, you think they ported it over?
Yeah.
You might be right. All right, I think we gotta give EA the credit on one game, right?
They made one game. This is their game.
All right, according
Why
to
is it not
Odyssean,
working?
it may have been a loophole with publishing the NES where you have to make a shell company to sell more games over your limit.
Oh yeah, that's definitely what Ultra
guess.
Games was. That like
Was
they
it?
made.
Ultra. So according to Mike, Ultra is Konami.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Exactly what that person said is absolutely right.
Yeah.
They could only make so many games for the NES every year, so they created Ultra. But sometimes certain publishers publish games that were developed by other.
Right. So it's
yeah.
possible this game was made entirely by Konami then.
Well, or by it's supposed to be Electronic Arts.
It's supposed to be EA, yeah.
So then maybe Ultra published it for Electronic Arts.
Okay. Very interesting. Who do we think really made this game? I mean, you know, I'm very eager to give Konami all the credit if I can, but yeah, would be interested to know which one of those companies actually made this game. we're not trying to get to the bottom of EA tonight. I don't really, my understanding of this company is very limited. But from what I understand, over the years, EA has, as you said, done had other people do their homework. They absorb companies. They gather up IP, and ultimately, as of yesterday, that's what's happened to EA. They've been purchased in a leveraged buyout by the Saudis and two global private equity companies, including one that is like Jared Kushner's company. So they're more than likely going to be scrapped for parts at this point. Like, they're probably not going. I mean, I suppose we should just think about the good times when they actually made their own game, even though we're not even sure they did that. Has EA ever made a game? I guess is the question we need to ask tonight.
Yeah, what did they even do is the question.
Yeah, no, I think that's valid. Why is cancel like option number 3? Fun that you're allowed to do that. This is the kind of stuff, like, when I'm playtesting my games, there's always one guy who ends up being the most useful guy who just drives me insane looking for things exactly like that. like can I do something stupid in the UI? And then
can I name myself
like
Fuckface?
Oh, this looks very good.
I think we tried playing this on a different Thingus, and how do I do anything?
It's like, do a trick, do it. It's just like real life. Your friend tells you to do a trick and you just fall and die.
I'm really trying to. Oh, there we go.
Oh,
wait, am I going backwards? Yes.
That's a trick. You're doing a trick. This is just gorgeous, like all the black shadows and stuff. The way your little dude was like fixing his sunglasses while he was getting ready to go.
Well, this is
grass. That was your...
so this is what I don't know what the other versions. There's a million other versions of this game. I don't know what they're like, but this is kind of like, this is making me think of Horton Here's a Ho. Not Horton Here's a Ho. This is making me think of Horton Sits on the Egg, because this feels like it has more in common with Ultra's games than EA's games. Like I see it and hear it in the aesthetics. It feels and looks very Ninja Turtles or Metal Gear.
Yeah, now that I heard Konami, it's all I can think about while looking at this. I don't think they made this.
No, I mean, that elephant did something to that egg. I don't know how. I don't know how he done it, but I know he's done it, because look at that elephant baby bird.
Look at that baby elephant Boyd. That's pretty undeniable.
Look, Mom, I'm doing it. Ow! It's like, you're doing great, ass.
You're almost to the finish line, ass. Patrick says this is a poor man's California Games. I don't know. This feels pretty rich to me. This feels pretty dope for a Nintendo.
Am I regular foot or goofy foot?
I don't know. Oh, goofy is when you're left-footed.
Oh. Am I left-footed?
Well, go get a skateboard and get on it with whichever foot feels right. And then come back, and then that's your foot. Okay. It has nothing to do with whether you're left or right-handed, although that might affect it, but people skate goofy and are right-handed too.
Huh. I think I'm going to choose die.
Yeah, I think so.
I think die sounds better.
Which games do we plan to play? We're gonna play a couple of old EA games, which Again, we may as well play anything because EA will just take all the credit. For
EA
it,
didn't
right?
make any of the games we're going to play, okay?
No, they just got their name all over it. They
Well,
got their stink all over it.
I was looking at the EA article, trying to figure out what they even do. And it was like almost 10 friggin' years of just publishing other people's games that they
Publishing other
developed.
people's games. Yeah. I did see I saw some speculation that Will Wright, the Sims guy, he may have still owned quite a bit of EA stocks since the Maxis buyout, which would make him very rich today.
Yeah.
So I guess that's something, right? He actually made games. Of course, he should have made that money decades ago.
Wait, sorry, who is this again?
Oh, Will Wright, like the
Will
the
Wright.
creator of like the Sim game.
Sim City and oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah, the guy who tells you you'll regret it if you do it. It's him.
That's him.
In my mind, definitely.
Yeah, in my mind, that's gotta be him. Like, I don't know. When a developer puts themselves into the game, you have to watch out. There's something threatening about it. Like Roberta Williams after you die, it's just like a photo, like a pretty photo of Roberta Williams. And it's just like Roberta Williams would like to thank you for dying in her game.
Yeah, or the Mist guys, the Cyan Studios guys, being like,
is that them as
like,
the brothers?
Yeah, don't listen to my evil brother. I'm the good brother.
Well, I'll never find. Well, actually, maybe speaking of brother, maybe I can ask him. Maybe he would even remember. There's this game I remember seeing him play on his computer, and I have no idea what it is, but like, he showed me the end of the game, and like the princess is like, he's the incarnate of evil itself, and you see the final boss, and it's just the game developer's face. It's just like his head onto a knight with like a sword, and it's like
normal photo.
It's just like a normal photo of him smiling. I have no idea what this game was, but it must have been like 1998. Like it might have been some shit he downloaded.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have no idea. Ungoogleable. I have no idea how to look that up.
Yeah, I also just think that this game looks like a Japanese person's idea of skater culture. I mean, you know, an American dork wouldn't have a very good idea about it, but this seems a little more Japanese than American to me.
Yeah. It's definitely a studio that's got experience with the Nintendo. Yeah, it's almost it's giving Tiny Toons. It's like this fucking shit that we could not have been asked to animate ourselves. We couldn't find a single person in the entire country who wanted to animate it. But the people, the anonymous Japanese animators, made it good on purpose because their egos couldn't. You know, they had some pride. We didn't have any shame, but they had some pride, and their egos said, make it beautiful, no matter what it is.
Yeah, it's gonna look dope. I mean, like, this game, I feel like the aesthetics of this game are not remembered as much as, like, I don't know, just the title of it, the content of it, but I'm looking at it now, and I'm just, like, incredibly impressed by it.
Well, so far there's Yeah, the music is doing a lot of the legwork. I think the animations are good. Oh wow, haven't heard this song yet.
Yeah, your turns are real clean, Joe. The chat likes.
I can't seem to move now.
Did Doom do it? Did they put a picture of themselves in Doom? Do you get to shoot John Carmack's head on a
I'm not talking about Doom or a Doom type game. I'm talking about like a game where you're a knight, I think. I have no idea.
Oh yeah, no, I don't think they're trying to identify. Pointing out another game where
Help me
puts their
get
face.
out of this. I was just about to say, like, I love how many modes there are, but now I'm in one where I just like have no idea what to. Wait,
You'll
maybe
never escape.
am I gaining speed when I hit buttons?
Now you're gonna skate and die.
This is impossible. This is like the Yoshi mini game from Mario RPG. What the fuck do you do? You have no idea how to win at this.
Yeah, and then you just sit there struggling forever.
Yeah,
John
this feels
Romero
kind of
is
like
the
that.
final boss of Doom 2, I see.
That's funny. I had no idea.
That's fun. Yeah, game developers putting themselves in games. I feel like it still exists, mostly in the indie world, though.
Yeah, I mean, how do you insert yourself into a game? Like, you know, I really like how Roberta Williams did it, because she's sort of like, you know, those games always break the fourth wall a little bit, but
Yeah.
it's done in a sort of non-obstructive way. Like, it's not like she appears in the game itself. It's like you die and then a picture of her appears.
Right, you see her in hell.
It's like the Cardi being like, thanks for playing, and then taking your money.
Well, I put myself in my last game. I did a voiceover where I'm I'm the cruelest version of the narrator yet, is my voice. And I'm like, wow, you're ugly. I hate you, bitch. And that's the developer inserting herself.
Ah. I basically, for Frumple's Quest, I basically just copied the King's Quest thing, but did like a picture of me doing like the Bill of Rights face and being like, thanks for playing. Ooh, you're right.
Oh yeah, no, I'm fine. Mike just reached over me and made a clickety clack. Oh,
Wow.
what do we got here?
Yeah, we got a sequel. Okay.
All right, so you got 2 Americans and possibly Japanese. Michael Kosaka.
What the fuck?
Let's get to it.
I'm still listening to the song. Is that the word die over and over?
Die. Yeah. Like
This is like
this is an NES game,
Uniracers.
right?
Yeah. Oh my god, listen to this. Okay, so
Wow.
now I have a new theory. My theory is that this game wasn't really anything until Konami got to it. What do you think? Because this is the version everyone knows, the one for Nintendo.
Oh.
It's
This
Ariel!
is the one people played. Ariel.
Look, it's Ariel! What are you
It's the Ariel
doing
that
here?
Konami drew. That
No.
Konami drew for the NES version of
But that
game.
was Capcom.
Oh, you know what? You're right. But that is
Maybe they
totally
maybe
wrong
they
of
fought
Ariel. What the
over
hell?
maybe they fought over the right to make that game, and they had some
Ew.
leftover assets. Yeah. Another quiet day.
Another beautiful day.
I walk
Perfect
my
weather.
beautiful poodle Fifi. When some ruffians on a skateboard.
Now the art here definitely looks more American.
Yeah, maybe this drawing and this drawing only, or these drawings too. Well, yeah. So, what do you think? Did they have the Americans do this art, or did they ask the Japanese artists to try and make it look a little more Western?
Make a little more Western. A good question. I'm just so untrusting now of what they say.
I think that's Japanese. I think that's like got that look that like they're imitating in America.
Oh my god, this dog's dead.
Splorge.
Are we going to see the dog dead? Yeah, look how unreasonable. I know. Look how unreasonable she's being. Oh, and the old lady is to blame. Major bummer, dude.
Yo, dude.
So there's a whole story to this. Like all of skating is at stake here.
Yeah, because the mayor's bitch wife had her dumb poodle squished by a skateboard. Oh wow, the gameplay is entirely different. Also, you get a gun.
Wow. I think this is an American game. I do.
Well, yeah, I mean the Americans made the game itself. We should talk about that because like the game is like something that is part of the game. You know, like if you strip it down, you have all the art and aesthetics, and then you have the game, which is separate from all of that. You know, we were talking about before the stream a little because people were saying my game is too short. And I'm thinking like, you got all the art, all the aesthetics, you get the idea, don't you?
Yeah, exactly. Like, what do you need more? You need like to like after you finish it, you got to repeat it on hard mode with a different color palette. Would that make you happy? If Joe filled it with sawdust, if he made it like an IKEA shelf for you.
Well, when these people's diets is like 30% sawdust, they start to expect that. They can't say they've had a satisfying meal without picking the sawdust out of their molars.
Well, I was just, I was saying like $3. You paid $3 for it. You would pay $3 to ride the bus for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Right? Like you would pay $3 for so many short experiences, and you expect $3 of game to entertain you for 40 hours.
You can play Crazy Taxi at an arcade for like a minute for $3. It's like you end up paying like $10 playing Crazy Taxi.
Oh yeah, like a modern arcade game that uses like the card swiping system is going to take from you like between $1 and $5 per play, and a play is 5 seconds long.
Cause I made a game that's novel. I made a thing that is a new experience. That's where I think the value comes from, not necessarily how long it keeps you there.
No, I mean, I agree. And I also think it's just absolutely asinine to demand that anybody charges less than $3 for a game just based on platform fees and credit card fees. It's impossible to charge less than that.
That's something people definitely don't get, that I charged as little as I could.
Yeah, and still make something. That's just like, yeah. But yeah, I mean, Redditor here, I will violently protest if I don't get 2 hours of gameplay for every $1 spent. Yeah, no, it's just like, I think it's just one of those things that ultimately people feel very safe criticizing. People who generally feel very self-conscious giving critical reviews of things. Like, if we're being honest, even like professional critics, I find, are extraordinarily self-conscious, and they won't attach their praise to anything that doesn't feel safe to them. And
really?
For game, I mean, yeah, that's the sense I get. Like critics are hesitant to champion things that are not like kind of already within the discourse, and then you get amateur critics who are like you know, very self-conscious about being told the thing they like is actually stupid by somebody who knows better than them, and saying, I paid X amount of dollars for this and I got X amount of minutes from it is an objective truth that people can't dispute. So saying like that is not value based on what you have come to believe is value, they see that as like a really safe way to criticize a game, whether they're gonna give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. You know, people can say like kind of low on the puzzles, you know, like it's just like you counted how many puzzles there were, okay, and you're basing it on that. You counted something, great, you did. It didn't really pass the Bechdel test. Oh, good, you counted something. You know, like you're just counting, and like that's cute that, you know, you counted a number and you said the number, but it doesn't actually say anything about your ability to discern the quality of something. And like, you know, people who write these reviews are feel both like tyrannical and mad with power because their reviews are so important to the game's success, and also just like very self-conscious about their ability to do this, to like express their own opinion about the things that they experienced. This reminds me a little bit of Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, because it makes no sense, and you go somewhere and there's like a lizard trying to kill you or something.
yeah, right. There's a cat running around trying to kill.
I gotta say, these games are really frustrating to play. The skating mechanic kind of blows. Yeah. I'd rather be falling on my fucking kneecaps than doing this.
Yeah. It's just like it doesn't look fun at all. Like it looks so hard, and I guess, you know, it's trying to like imitate like the frustration of like coordinating how to skateboard, but at the same time, like you want to feel like you're already pretty good at it when you play the game.
Yeah.
Is this another skater die?
Ski or die.
Oh yes. Oh, it's white. This one's back to Ultra. And it, again, sounds just like a Konami game.
Was the one we just played not Ultra?
It didn't say Ultra, I don't think.
Oh.
And the music sounded different.
Ah, I see.
Right? This music sounds like Ninja Turtles.
You gotta get the Japanese studio. Why?
Yeah, you gotta.
I think they just were the only people who knew how to make these things. Like it'd actually be insane today for this is oh my god. This is like the same engine as the first game.
Yeah.
It's like it would actually be insane today for Disney to get in contact with like Capcom or like a Japanese studio to make their game. Why would they need to do that? They can make it I can make a game. But back then when they made those like Mickey Mouse and Little Mermaid things, they didn't know how to do any of that. They got the experts.
No. Yes. You got to go to player, like that sign up sheet there.
Oh. Wait.
Oh. We can do this. Yeah, this is just like da 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 da.
But this is Konami. That was Capcom.
Wait, Ninja Turtles?
Maybe they. Oh! I thought you were humming da 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 or whatever. However it goes.
That's like the Ninja Turtles world map music.
Right. That's the Ninja Turtles world map because I sang it wrong. I thought you were singing. I thought you were singing the Space Mountain music.
Oh.
I'm starting to wonder if every single one of these games was done by the same studio because of the clause that, you know, they had to build the shell company. Oh wow. Real fun.
Yeah, I love the depth of this. These graphics are beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Like look how much detail you get. Like the mountains and the clouds in the background. Beauteous.
Look at that guy
Oh, you got him in the
rolling.
face.
But yeah, can you think of like a American studio that made NES games?
An American studio that made like good NES games. I'm sure I could. It would
I
take me a
mean,
little while.
the closest thing to us was Acclaim, and those games were often very bad.
Often bad, yeah.
You know, Bart versus the World is probably the best thing they ever did.
Ugh, that's pretty rough if that's the best American Super NES game. That's rough. No, there's
Yeah.
gotta be I think,
Krusty's Funhouse.
There's some early American RPGs that came out on NES. Like I wouldn't necessarily call them good, but very influential. Like I think Heidelide was on NES, and I'm pretty sure that's an American studio that inspired Japanese studios to create, you know, to make JRPGs.
Hmm.
Am I wrong about that one? I think Heidelide is an American RPG.
Interesting.
If I'm wrong, then I don't have a single example yet. Let's think. Let's think. Good American NES games?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like I was saying before, like there were just like so few people who made these things, who knew how to make these things. So like
Wizardry is the one yes, I think you're correct. Wizardry.
Wizardry.
Yeah.
So that was like the first RPG or something.
Yeah, that's considered very formative, and it was imitated by a lot of Japanese studios, you know, like the creators of Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy were very influenced by that. And Wizardry, I believe, was, you know, inspired by Dungeons and Dragons, but it made digital what D&D was doing on the tabletop. Yeah, Heidelite actually might have been Japanese now that I think about it. It's just a very early. You know, I'm not going to check any of this. You think I'm going to check a thin on the stream?
Check-a-thon live? What are you, crazy?
No way, man.
It's like that disrupts the flow of the show by like some minutes.
Yes, no, we've got a flow going here. Speaking of which, I'm gonna refill my tea. I'll be right back.
No. When Meredith leaves, I have to keep the show going all alone. Looks like I'm doing neither skiing nor dying here. I'm not allowed to ski and I'm not allowed to die.
No, it doesn't seem like you can die in this game. Look how many kids you've killed. These are just supposed to be kids. These look like shirtless men.
Yeah, I thought they were. I thought.
Like that guy in front is a kid. This is the only kid.
It's like counting down the amount of kids, which is creepy.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like I'm murdering them.
Yeah, they would both be creepy. Like remember like that Justin Bieber song that was like "One Less Lonely Girl"?
So he like murdered her. Oh, I see. You could look around. One less lonely
cool.
girl, as if anyone's gonna miss her.
Yeah. Oh, I have the cutest mug. I found like this. Like I went to this video game store that has like imported Japanese crap, and they've got like these mugs of the slime from Dragon Warrior, which I still call Dragon Warrior.
Of course, because that's what it was when you bought it. when it was
Yes,
new.
when it was important. Yeah. I don't think we bought it when it was new. I think that one's like I would have been like 4 years old when that game came out.
Well, you know, when I say new, I mean as a cartridge, like back in the
Yes.
actual day. If you bought
Yeah,
it in
shiny.
1990, it's still pretty new. And
It's still sitting in a box.
I feel like, you know, we didn't buy it, our parents bought it, but like there's something about that like your parents being the one to buy it and they know it as Dragon Warrior, that's what it's called to
Yes.
them. That's, you know,
It's
that's why
true.
it's significant to them because they paid money
Yeah.
for it. They
Yeah,
don't know
no more
anything about
Dragon
it otherwise.
Warrior.
Yeah, no more Dragon Warrior. It's like, Mom, it's Dragon Quest. No, it's not. I paid for it. I have the receipt. I'll show it to you. It's
The
that's
Toys R Us receipt. Yeah.
yeah. I still have the Toys R Us receipt. It's yellow and it says Dragon Warrior.
Yeah. That's what it says when you turn the game on.
Yeah, it says
No, it's
Dragon
not
Warrior.
Final Fantasy 6. What are you talking about? I bought you Final Fantasy 3
Yeah,
at the Incredible Universe in
for
$20.
$20.
For $20.
And yeah, and that's you know, that's not the most important thing, but it is the most important thing until you get the game is mom and dad buying it. So like the marketing is really like for them. It's like you see a pet food commercial. It's not like the food commercial. The pet food commercial is convincing the dog to buy it. It's for mom.
For mom and dad. Yeah. Yeah. Dragon Warrior.
No more Dragon Warrior.
Get to Sunday school. No more Dragon War.
And you buy it at the store like Dragon Quest, and it's like, you know, cute. It's still cute. It's still the same game, but like, you know, it's really Dragon Warrior because that's what those like fucking guys with bow ties decided to rename it. The guy like Howard something, the guy with the bow tie. It's like, yeah, let's make it sound more cool. Let's make it Dragon Warrior. And it's like that's their contribution to life is renaming it one word. It's like Dr. Robotnik. I came up with something.
My original
character.
Dr. Robotnik.
And yeah, I mean that stuff is important. The marketing could make or break it when you bring it to a new culture. I don't know why, but they decided that it was really important to make Kirby really mad on the box art for the American games. Pissed. He's like, grr.
You know, let's be real. If your parents hadn't bought it for you, it wouldn't be that important to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
You'd be like, oh yeah, I remember that.
Your dad, Pete, is like, oh, this Kirby fella looks cool. I think we'd get along.
He's mad like me.
Yeah, I don't know.
Your practice level go up?
My practice level?
Practice level.
Oh, I guess.
There's a Yeti.
I think I've practiced enough. In fact, I think I'm done with the whole game.
You didn't even ski yet. You just played a snowball fight.
Here, let me do a little skiing then. Secretly, every single studio is rare.
Yeah.
Okay, I did practice before. Okay, how do you sign up again?
Yeah, you gotta go to player, I think, to sign up. Where it says player, like that clipboard. There you go. How can there be 6 players?
I mean, you don't play all at once.
Okay, you take 6 turns. Fuckus, you're our only hope.
Alright, how do I ski? Snowboard half pipe? This is the same fucking game.
Same game.
Whoa! Oh, it is a little different,
This
actually.
is cool.
Yeah,
is
well,
cool.
this is what I'm talking about. Is like you actually
Yeah.
made a new game mode. That's what I'll
Yes.
pay another price of admission for. But which is another thing they used to do. Like Zelda 1 and Zelda 2 are different games. They don't do
Different
that shit
games.
anymore.
No.
You used to be able to expect that though. You know, Mario 1 and Mario 2 are very different.
Well, the American Mario too.
Yeah. But
They,
you know,
they
there's
were originally going to give us the same crap, but Howard said no.
yeah, Howard. He changed it.
He changed it.
What's
and
his
it
last
became
name?
the Lost
Phillips?
Lab,
Howard Phillips?
something like that. Yeah, is he still alive?
He's probably still alive, but they're not still making
Yeah.
comics about him. And
No.
Nestor is
Only
also very
Nintendo Power.
forgotten.
Was Nestor a real person?
You know, I don't
I
want
don't
to
think
know.
so.
I don't want to answer
No.
that. I just leave you
Yeah.
hanging.
It is true that Mario Land is very different from Super Mario Brothers.
Right, yeah, that game is a little different. They always wanted to make the game different. They didn't want to repeat themselves, although they did a
Right.
couple times. Mario 2, Mario Galaxy 2, and you know, Mario Kart World is kind of like a Mario Kart 8 sequel in my mind.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
I don't know you or your dog. Scarf Ice Frosty. Focus.
Fuckus.
Inner tube thrash. That sounds fun. No, wait, this is probably I was gonna say this is probably just like the Muppet game, and it is.
This is a little better. Wait. Who am I? I've been playing for like 20 seconds. I still don't know who am
No
I.
idea who you are.
I have no idea.
Who made the Muppet game?
That was like LJN, I think. Was it LJN, the one with the rainbow?
Oh yeah, with the rainbow.
Fuckus and Lester. Who's Lester? Who's Nestor?
Yeah, it's Nestor. He
And
looks
what
like a
happened to him?
Grinch. What happened to him?
He had
He
a
died.
game. He died. He had a game on Virtual Boy.
Nestor had a game?
Yeah, Nestor's Funky Bowling.
Yeah. Oh, right. You see the back of his head. Man,
I'm
this
pretty-
makes tubing look so unfun.
Yeah. Can you even do this in the snow?
Yeah. I've never tried, but it looks fun.
Well, yeah. Oh, right. We kind of played on a hill with a tube, didn't we? Or something like that.
I mean, we sledded.
Yeah, that
piece
was a
of
sled.
crap, you know, a bad piece of plastic. But yeah, you can tube. There are like places where you can like go to a ski slope and tube.
That sounds fun.
Seems fun. Yeah, it seems
That
really
seems more
scary,
fun
though,
than
'cause you're not-
this.
Well, yeah, this doesn't seem fun at all. Just
This
like
seems
slowly
fuckus.
falling down a bunch of lumps, and the game resets.
Well, you know, that's something that's still cool, that there's all these modes, which was something that you could see from some of their other games, like, oh, whoops, I went there again. Not paying attention. You know, you play Contra, and it's like level 1 is a different game from level 2.
Right, you're just like, why did you make this much game?
Well, okay, so I have
Oh,
to
here we
give
go,
our
finally skiing.
gamer guys some slack, because they're used to games being an absolute unit. For most of the history of games, they needed to be an absolute unit. games needed to have, I don't know, 20 to 50 levels, something like that, because I don't know, you're paying for a unit, an actual cartridge. That shit takes so much money to print and ship, and it's like, if you're not creating the amount of value that is equal or you know, multiplying the amount that it takes to make them, then you're not going to make any money and the game's not going to be any good. Although if the game was really good,
doesn't Kirby take like 30 minutes or less to beat?
Well, I have been thinking about that. The difference is that my game is very casual, while Kirby has like several degrees of gameplay higher, I think. I think it's a much more robust game. There's more challenge and difficulty, and there is also another mode. There's like difficult mode, which is like really hard, but also well designed. So I would say that Kirby, compared to my game, even though it's also a short game, it has a higher value. I would pay like worth a fortune.
Worth the $40.
Oh my god!
$40 that they charged. For
I mean, yeah, it had to be. You can't make a $4 Game Boy game.
Right. Well, now you can.
But now you can. And to me, that's really exciting. And I've sold over 1,000 copies. I think it's really exciting that you can sell a Game Boy game for $4.
Yeah. For $4, yeah. No, I think it's fantastic. I'm so glad people are playing it already. And that you've released your first game. It's very exciting to just be out there in the world and just take whatever comes from it, you know, the good and the bad, and just be a game developer.
Yeah, just be a game developer. One of the things I noticed when I started getting money is that you get so much more per capita for this than you would for making videos, ad supported videos. When if you compare it, it's like my trailer got 150,000 views, and that would have made like $100 something. Instead, I get 20 times that, and it feels really good to not be so undervalued for the work I do.
Right. Yeah. Let's talk about that. Well, I think that, I don't want to act like Steam has done anybody any favors by being a platform that hasn't deliberately demonetized and enshittified its content. They've still monopolized the game. They charge enormous percentages, have required deposits of their developers. Their algorithm does developers absolutely no favors. But all that said, I think they're way less fuckus than YouTube, which has monopolized the internet video, which is kind of unbelievable. And there are other platforms out there who are also creating video content, but it generally seems to be agreed now that this content has utterly no value. And because it's not a product that can be sold for money, the market has never been comfortable with paying for streaming video, except as 0.00001% of an unlimited streaming service. Xbox had their version of this, the Game Pass, but by and large, I think the gaming economy still allows for individual purchases of games and, a valuing of games that does not exist for internet video or any video content at all anymore, including movies and television.
Yeah.
Unless you've got the brand new movie coming out in theaters, nobody is going to pay for it directly. They're going to pay for something else and get the movie as part of that. And as a result, I mean, the gaming industry perhaps has collapsed, but people's willingness to pay for games has not deteriorated. They're perhaps a little less willing to pay as much, but they are still willing to directly buy a product in a game. And that means that it is still possible for individual game developers to recoup the cost of their game. There's a lot of stills in my assessment of it, as if that's going to go away. I mean, it has gone away quite a bit in the sense that if you went back to like 2013, I think there were 10 to 30 games coming out on Steam per month.
Wow.
And now there are literally thousands, and that number keeps growing.
Now
So-
Fuckus O'Bucket can make a game. Me.
Fuckus O'Bucket can make a game. I mean, it's been that way for a while, but it's just accelerating because there's also a lot of slop being made.
Yeah.
Before AI generated games, it was shovelware, and it's just been increasing for a long time now. So in order to stand out on the algorithm, you're kind of forced to either game it, or have some sort of existing audience that you can bring over with you. So it seems like you've gotten yourself a nice little head start by bringing your existing audience over with you, which is what I kind of did. It's not 100% successful thing because there are people who just won't ever follow you if they liked one thing you did. But I think it is a little bit more viable to make a video game and stand out if people have some semblance of who you are. It's no guarantee though. There are absolutely no guarantees. You just gotta, I don't know. I feel like it's a form where it's still possible to have a little bit of hope, or at very least do things on your own terms and not feel like you were completely taken advantage of, or that the power was completely out of your hands to make the game succeed. All right, so Creepy Fanboy on Twitch says, the funny thing about the video game industry collapsing is that unlike the animation industry, the average consumer doesn't notice because unlike cartoon making, indie game dev is more sustainable. I mean, cartoons again, yeah, it's this thing where like nobody is paying you directly for it except whoever finances the project. So if no one is financing the project, nobody is paying you for it. You can make a cartoon, but that doesn't mean anybody is going to pay a fee to watch it and own a copy of it. If the DVD market was a little stronger, it might be possible. But if you're an animator, by the industry, the shrinking industry, or you're being paid by donations or ad revenue, and those are like the only options you have. So yeah, indie game dev is more sustainable in theory. It really depends on what you're trying to make, because there's a lot of talk with the collapse of games financing about still doing that, huh?
Yeah, I can't get it to work. It's like not 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 the good.
It's like the game has the need for speed. Um, it depends on what kind of game you're making. People have been saying a lot of like indie games are going to be the savior of games, and the fact is that like indie games often need funding too. So if you're imagining a robust world of indie games with complex systems and high production values and multiple people working on them, then think again, that's not going to exist either without funding. The only thing that's going to exist is games made by hobbyists and individuals who can find a way to support themselves while they're making the game. And that's really, like, if that's all there is, which is, you know, I'm fine with that personally, but I don't think people are serious when they act like that's all they want, you know? I think people do want more robust games than that, and those are just not possible at like the small human scale that you're talking about, which is basically indies funding themselves until, you know, like finding a way to stay afloat until somebody buys their game. Which is not promised, by the way. Do you want to play Road Rage?
Yeah, I'm just grabbing that.
Cool. I mean, I don't know. Like, do you think it's a tragedy, Joe, if games that need $1 million+ in financing completely cease to exist?
I mean, it's the time we're living in. We don't need that. Like I was saying before, all the work that goes into making a game and shipping a game and promoting a game, etc., etc. It's like not some of that is still necessary, but not to the scale that it used to be. You know, even 15 years ago, you needed the system of like a gigantic studio to make a game like GTA 5, and well, you know, now that GTA 6 is finally happening, it's almost the whole world has changed. That like you can probably make your own GTA clone at home. You know, you describe it to your plant watering device or whatever the fuck they put AI into next.
Well, yeah, but then that's not a unique game. It's a clone.
No,
you could make
but that's a
this.
lot of indie games.
Is like a shitty clone.
Yeah, just like a clone or like a continuation, like an unofficial sequel.
But you wouldn't play that, right?
Well, I mean, sorry, I'm a little confused. What are we talking about again?
Oh, just like the idea that, like, would you be optimistic about a world where games over $1 million not funded anymore? It's not possible for them to be made because you can't self-fund a game that costs that much.
Oh, well, I mean, I don't think game budgets are going down. I guess I don't play too many big games anymore, so I don't know if I want or diswant that world. You know, a lot of the games I play are really old and were made in that system, but I now I'm sort of more interested in like weird online community projects like ROM hacks and shit like that.
Well, then, yeah, I mean, it sounds like that's your answer, is that you're satisfied with the expensive games that already exist, and that's not what you're not interested in more of those anymore.
Well, I
And
am. I just don't see any that I'm interested in. I feel like there are games that are definitely way too big to be an indie that I dream about, but nobody's making them. Or, you know, if they are, I'm not seeing them.
Right. You don't feel like your interests are being represented in like an indie, a triple A, or even like a double A.
Right.
Sphere. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, that's how I feel too. There hasn't been a single triple A game that like captured my interest in years, and you know, maybe they're out there, but they're not getting me, and I suspect that they're not getting a lot of people, and that's just going to increasingly be the way, because children are already locked in to a small handful of games that I don't think are good for them, but are the ones that they're interested in playing. And there's just not going to justifiably be more of these games because people are still chewing on those other ones.
Right.
You're the best. If you get in an accident,
Well, it's like it's funny to me to charge $60 for a game, and they keep making the games bigger to justify the fact that they charge $60 for it.
Right.
But I
right.
guess you still have to make a physical copy game, which is being phased out.
Yeah, that's gone. Like Sony is not going to do it anymore, and I don't think Xbox is going to exist anymore. So like, who else is doing it? Maybe Switch 2 is. Well, no, like, are Switch 2 games on cards, or is it just a piece of paper inside a box?
What I heard is that the new Star Fox game is actually a physical cartridge.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Does the Switch 2 have a card slot?
It
right,
apparently.
Games, so it has. Right. So, all right. Well, then I guess that's it. They're the only ones who are still making physical games for now.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, Nintendo's success has not been reproduced by anybody else. They're the only console makers who are able to recruit new children to their console. Everybody else has been selling games to older and angrier people for years now.
Yeah.
But I mean, Nintendo, you know, they're on the decline too. Like,
Nintendo has not been like for years and years now. Nintendo has not been the like console king. That's been Sony. Except Nintendo still got so much success from going with their own like niche. Like they have their own audience that's separate from Sony, and when they figured that out, they were able to make the Wii, which outsold all of that.
Right. They managed to survive by having something the others have. But I think, you know, increasingly they're leaning on. They're not coming up with new games anymore. Now Marge is mad at you.
With extreme prejudice. Can you take me home? Thieves stole my police car.
Yeah, and you know they've been doing that for a while. It's how they, you know, they can't actually stay competitive. So it's kind of like how they stay non-competitive, is how they compete by not competing. I mean, I feel like I remember seeing so many times going into somebody's house and they own a Switch and a PlayStation, and it's like, wow, everyone wins. I guess they got everyone to buy both of those things. It used to be, I guess, you used to have to choose between Genesis and SNES, but now we're a lot more technological, so everybody owns both.
Well, yeah, but you're talking about adults probably. You're not talking about kids, right?
Oh, well, yeah, kids are definitely not buying $1,000 box to play Steam games on.
No. I don't think kids have a Switch and a PS5. I think kids just have a Switch. And that's because it's cheap. And, like, you know, their parents are not going to get them both of those consoles. And they wouldn't, like, I don't think a kid would even want that because there's just so much you can play on a Switch. Like, I don't know.
Hey, your rating is
destructive.
I don't know. That's just my perspective as a parent. I don't know a lot of parents whose kids are playing multiple consoles right now. I think they're all either on Switch or they're playing Roblox on PC.
They're all playing my game. That was my score in real life. So yeah, this game was supposedly developed by EA.
Yes, they say they made this allegedly.
Allegedly.
I mean, it's a clone of Crazy Taxi.
Ah, so they didn't even come up with the game.
No, It's literally just Crazy Taxi
Ned Flanders at your serve,
with a Simpsons sheen on it.
Yeah, they did a lot of that. They did a lot of like Simpsons, Lego, whatever, Star Wars.
Yeah. So we don't really have anything to mourn here. EA represents the consolidation of the game industry and like ultimately its demise to private equity, just like so many other industries.
Yeah.
It's a bummer to watch it happen, but not to EA, you know? It's just a bummer in general to watch it happen. Couldn't have happened to a better guy, honestly.
Well, you know, as Homer always says, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, about things that he should give a shit about. He doesn't.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's being sold to the Saudis, I hear. What is this? What is this about the Saudis buying video game companies? They have like oil
they're
money.
They're trying. Well, they have oil money, but they're trying to. I don't know if it's, you know, because oil is diminishing or that it's the subject of too many unsuccessful wars. That solar is really picking up the pace rapidly, but they wanted to get into the video game. And,
Yeah.
And Jared Kushner has been leveraging his diplomatic relationships with the Saudis to like be part of this deal for a while, and some other investment firms, Silver Lake, they've had their eye on this deal for a while. So I mean, I don't think it's going to I don't think we're going to see a lot of great video games being made, any video games at all. I'm pretty sure the next few years are going to be a series of layoff cutbacks to try and pay off the debt that was taken on to purchase the company. Which
Okay.
is massive.
So
they went.
This is a leveraged buyout. Can you explain what that is?
I mean, my understanding of it is that it's, you know, it's a buyout that involves borrowing a lot of money.
Yeah.
Include, you know, their own equity. So a lot of borrowed money is going into it, and I think they're taking on about $18 billion in debt to buy the company, and the company will have to pay that back $1.8 billion a year. Which is like, I don't think it's even possible for them to make that much.
No, I mean, what are they gonna do? They're gonna do like Monopoly app, like iPhone app gambling The Sims, stupid shit. If they're not already doing that.
Yeah, well, they've already promised to lay off a ton of people and bring AI in to cut the costs of all the games.
Yeah.
So that's what they're promising. But also, like, I don't even know if they're gonna make another game. I think they might just start selling shit off to pay for it.
Sorry about that, friend.
And then, you know, at some point, when you got nothing left to give, you light a match, and then the company just won't exist anymore.
You don't have any farts left to shit, so you light a match. The room explodes.
Ned Flanders at your service. Can you take me home? Okily dokily do.
Yeah, they borrow, but the company they buy has to pay it. Is it? Thank you, Gabby. So yeah, it never goes well. It's always the death knell of a company when this happens.
So I guess we're gonna see a bunch of like shitty spin-offs, like The Sims and SimCity.
Yeah, Sim shitty.
They might even try to bring this series back.
Right, they'll bring back Simpsons Road Rage, but yeah, it'll be like a free-to-play gambling game.
Right? Yeah, they'll make it free to play.
See you later, computator.
God, you're faster than a sloop in a stiff day.
Ned Flanders at your service.
Now that's a corner of gaming that, again, from what I've been
Slow and steady
told,
wins the race.
like mobile gaming, completely, like the idea of like making a great game has been dead for years, because of how difficult it is to be part of like the Apple Arcade platform. And like if you can't be on that, you can't, like, no one's ever gonna see your game.
Yeah.
And so like mobile games have been completely taken over by like free-to-play
For one
casino
for
shit.
Nettie.
It's okay. I'm not
Oh my god, Ralph looks terrible.
Old Nettie will take you the rest of the way.
Simpson House, please. I've got some editing to do.
Slow and steady wins the race.
Yeah, so nobody really tries to make mobile games anymore. Not anybody
Yeah.
with a good idea.
No, I mean, you know, like, I think a lot of the time when technology is like new and recently invented,
Howdy, Homer.
we actually figure almost everything out that you could do with it in like the first few years. Like all of the, I don't.
That's okay.
I don't mean to say you can't make a good mobile game. I'm just saying that, like, when it was invented, everybody was like, "Holy shit, this has never existed before." This like touchscreen controlled games. So they made a lot of shit in that time, and like,
Hop right in.
well, a lot of it was like stuff they probably couldn't have made before. So it would explain why there's so little enthusiasm for it now. That it's like there was this long period before it existed, and we did so much with it when it started to exist.
Hello, Reverend.
Like
Please
using
serve
like
my
GPS and
fire
haptics and
and
shit, and like,
Oh, you're
and,
Yeah,
like, all these controls and
Or
data that
even
you
just
can-
like a simple game like Plants vs Zombies, also an EA game that they bought PopCap.
Right, they bought, yeah.
But like, you play that game on a computer, it feels really different when you play it on a iPad. You're going like really fast on an iPad. It's like you feel great playing that for the first time on an iPad, or you play like Where's My Water or Cut the Rope or some shit on your phone. You've never played a game like that before. So I think like, it's a little bit like the video game crash, where it's like we kind of figured it out and then we stopped innovating there.
The novelty is gone. And,
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's like the issue with tech at large, right? I mean, that's why we're stuck in like AI hell right now, is because tech ran out of innovations to make, and they've just been refining the things that they created for like, a decade plus at this point. So like the only thing you can refine about social media is finding new ways to extract data, because and the only thing you can refine about an iPhone is like, I don't know, you can make the like they're not like iPhone felt revolutionary in 2007,
Yeah.
and it hasn't really done anything except become more, except take on more computing power since then. Like, they still present it in a fucking keynote, like rotating the object, and look what a beautiful object it is. But they're still just doing Steve Jobs' thing. Like they're still just like putting on a costume and pretending to be that.
Yeah.
And tech doesn't have anything else to offer us. In fact, we despise these people. We resent them for ruining our lives. Stupid tech, and they don't really care to know what we want or don't want anymore, and they're just trying to force us to use whatever it is they are trying to make a thing. They're trying to make fetch happen with at the end of this, I don't know that there's anything else. Like, if AI doesn't happen, and you know, I feel like at this point it seems pretty clear that it's going to find its place in a few highly specific fields, and everywhere else no one wants it. And that's not going to be enough for them. It's not going to be enough for the investment they're making. So what is next if this one doesn't work out the way they want it to?
It's just like how I don't have faith in big studios to make anything good anymore. I also don't have faith in tech companies to make anything good anymore, like anything that I could use. And it's like, you know, maybe you've lived out your usefulness. Maybe that's a good thing.
Yeah, it kind of seems like at this point, you know, we've all kind of seen that tech is doing nothing but destroying the internet, that the internet was being held together by 5 people with really expensive fursuits, and it's not, we don't need these companies. They just have a stranglehold on all of them.
Right. You know, we use their phones, we use their email and whatever.
Yeah.
You know, AI, these big companies didn't even invent it. They just are making it their thing, which is, I think, a sort of underrated part of how pathetic it is. That, like, they're not pioneers. They were pioneers in some other field 10, 15 years ago. You know, whether that was like electric cars or like satellites. Like,
yeah, whatever the hell it was.
You're trying to make AI your next thing, but like it's not going to be. It's not anyone's thing. Even OpenAI, I feel like they don't really have the stranglehold on it.
No. Well, they had I mean, like, again, I'm not super plugged into this, but from what I understand, OpenAI had a series of breakthroughs that happened maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. And,
and they've been figured out.
Impressive. They've been figured out, and those people are gone. Like, those people don't work there anymore. And they've just been using the same innovations from years ago. And that's why, like, you know, anytime you encounter some moron who's like, you know, like, it can't do this, and they go, yeah, it's like, well, when then? Because the innovation's already happened. This is as good as it gets, dude. It's not getting better. They're feeding more crap into it. That doesn't mean it's getting better.
So today I saw a teaser from a new Autodesk product, which is like AI filmmaking, basically. It's like 3D AI filmmaking. And it's like, it's you know, it's really Grundus. It looks cromulent, but nothing has any feeling in it. There's no emotion anywhere. I can't actually imagine using it because you know, like I was saying before, I would rather make less game with more heart than having to, you know, all of these fucking products, it's the same thing. It's like, save time. I wasn't trying to save time making art. I was trying to waste time. I was trying to use the time of my life to make art, because living is pain and art is fun.
Yeah, and like looking back on your life and saying, I used this time to make this, is a point of pride. That makes me happy.
But it makes perfect sense if your whole job is just like the ritual of every day making the same fucking shit, like the same Hobbit, the same Lord of the Rings fight battle. Of course you're gonna want to automate that.
because your life is a slog. Yeah, well, you know, that's like, it goes back to the same thing, the time that there were precursors to AI that were just as much of a slog as this. Like, of course, like as you say, of course you want to automate bad movies and boring TV shows, because this has been a slog for a certain segment of, you know, the creative population, who are basically just technical workers doing mundane tasks. They're not people dreaming dreams. They're people who have to like do some shitus on the computer to make a show that is just immediately going to disappear into the ocean of streaming content the second it's Of course you want to automate that.
Yes. But then the
But,
second you
yeah.
do, it completely defeats the purpose.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah.
what happened? Like when you see that you get 2,000 views instead of 2 million views, you realize that the amount of time that you were spending working on it was actually good. You were putting your soul into it.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. And your soul stays in that object, and that object was made. And it's going to have value because it's got your soul in it. Yeah. I was thinking about the metaverse the other day, and how the metaverse is based on like this misunderstanding of what people want to do with their lives. Like people don't want their lives to be like a graphical version of a Zoom meeting. Like 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 the only the like it doesn't make any sense as a place that people would live their lives, because it feels like a Zoom meeting, and it doesn't make any sense as a place to work because people can just get on Zoom or write an email. Like there's no actual utility for what they were trying to make, and they didn't understand that. Mark Zuckerberg didn't understand that, because life is just one big fucking Zoom meeting to him.
Yeah, he's too important to go out into the real world. So you should make a fake world for celebrities like him, who, by the way, this is the same game but made by someone else for the Game Boy Advance.
Nice. This is already so much more full of love.
Yeah, was this Japanese?
Is this a fan game, or it was ported?
This is a port for the Game Boy Advance. It's literally the same.
It's the same, yeah, but it looks fun.
Yeah, it's, you know, same idea. Same
idea.
game, more or less. Oh!
Yeah, convenience as a thing like that like developers of this crap just assume people want in every aspect of their life, when like inconvenience is often part of the enjoyment of something. Like,
yeah.
You know, I think you put it best when you said they want to make a food that we don't have to chew. Like, oh,
Yes.
I'm so tired of chewing.
I'm tired of chewing.
It takes so long.
Well, yeah, I mean, I do hate how things take so long, but it's only because I'm not getting enough money, not because I hate working on them. I don't want I want to skip the process, because the process is the only thing that keeps me sane when I have no money.
Yeah, it's right. Far more quality of life comes from the process than the result. The result is you know, a constant worry about money.
Yeah. Yeah, and you can tell that you know, if I made something like that, you'd be able to tell that I made it so upset and scared and nervous and like grandpa card.
Yeah, like when you make something from that fear, you're basically already making AI. When you make like AI art, when you make like a game that like you did market research to see what people want, and you spent your time making that game, you may as well use AI to make it, because we can already smell the fear on you.
AI idea. And it's like the computer gives you an average of all the popular trends from the past week. And it's like, how is that creativity. That's not expression. That's just like
No.
regurgitation. That's just like research. That's just like creepy.
It's numbers. You're not even thinking about how people are going to react to it because you don't care about that. That's not a number. It's
Right.
not a number like the contents of somebody's mind when they played your.
I've never seen anything like this. There's actual elevation in this mode 7.
Yeah, how do they do this?
Oh,
It
actually,
must be 3D.
it probably is 3D and not mode 7, but it's got that look.
It looks like, yeah, it looks a lot like Mode 7. Like they textured it with a 2D graphic.
It's probably very low poly, but yeah, it's got actual elevation.
It's impressive.
Yeah, there actually was a time, mostly when I was very isolated and mad at the world. There was a time where I was like more interested in AI art than real art. Because I felt like everybody was making formulaic shit anyway, and this technology is actually new. It's actually impressive. But
Right, its
that wasn't
novelty
meant
was
to last. The novelty
Right.
wears off very fast, and I think it did for CG as well. You have to actually try to make something good.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think, I think technology has for a long time had that ability to enthuse people with this idea that like maybe things are going to change. Maybe now it'll be different. And like, if you're already feeling down about the world, then that can be very heartening to think like, well, at least some, at least something's getting thrown in the cog. At least something's going to change.
Yeah.
But like it's just all arced in the same fucking direction. It's all accelerated in the exact same way. Like, meet the new boss, literally still the same guy.
It's the guy again, except he's
It's the
more
guy
annoying.
again.
He's just got more
Yeah.
hair now. He has more hair than he ever did.
Yeah, right. He used to have like a little wig of hair on the very top of his head.
Yeah,
now
and
it's
we
growing
hated
on the
him,
sides of
but
his-
now we hate him really a lot more. We
Yeah,
hate him.
we hate
The
him so
more
much more.
hair he has, the more we hate him.
Well, remember like before AI, like I think everyone's memory hold this, but remember when he was like thinking about being the president for a little while,
Yeah.
and he was just doing all these like campaigns that were like, look at me, I'm no.
Wow.
And when
Yeah.
that didn't work, he jumped on the vibe shift with all the other tech companies, and they all decided to be hit law, and make AI together, and just like decimate the world together. But these are very strange and confused guys who don't understand anything about people, and
Yeah.
have found themselves in a position where they can really affect people's lives. And not only do they not understand them, but they're really quite resentful of them for not liking them.
Right. They want to be loved, like Mr. Burns in that one episode. He wants to be loved, so he throws like coins from the roof, and it's like he thinks that this will make people love him. Oh, here's a Need
Yes.
for Speed game we could play.
Nice. We've got about 15 minutes.
All right. Yeah. What
let
can we
me-
talk about?
Yeah, what should we talk about? I watched 2 movies on the plane, and I'll try and make this interesting for anyone who hasn't seen them. A plane is a great opportunity to watch movies that are going to suck, but you want to try anyway.
Yeah.
It's a great place for 5 out of 10 and below movies. So I watched Ella McKay, which is James L. Brooks' latest movie. He made it like this year. And he's like 85 years old. And I love James
Wow.
L. Brooks, and I knew going in that wasn't going to be a great movie because nobody's talking about it. Like,
Yeah.
it's kind of gotten no reaction really. So, you know, he's like pretty out of touch. He doesn't really know how to be like funny or incredibly poignant anymore. But he's still making movies about people having complex relationships with each other over long periods of time, like over like 10, 20 years.
Uh-huh.
And like exploring how time changes people's relationships. And I think the fact that he's interested in that and still making movies about that is really rare and worth seeing. Even if the movie's not great, I still think there's a lot of value in that.
God, shut
and
up. Not you. That song.
yeah, that fake DMX. Like, oh no,
I guess
oh no.
I guess we're gonna continue to need.
Yeah, I guess so.
The need
the
continues.
Need is unfulfilled.
Let's see. I have a couple other need. Let's see if this one works. How come this one
There
looks
she
older?
is. Yeah, look, I know, it looks so old.
This is the sequel. Why does it look old? It looks and tastes like it's old.
Like it's old. It's still just her. Well, let's see if it works. Oh, we're gonna get muted for this. There's real licensed music in this game. Oh well, time to say all of my worst opinions. Anyway, I saw the other movie I watched was called The Substance, and this
works.
movie, it works. This movie felt AI generated. This is a movie. I didn't watch all, but it's like one of those movies where it's like so bad that you feel like you're not watching it right, where you're like, well, they obviously must be aware what they're doing here, you know? Like, it's so cartoonishly bad that you're like, all right, well, maybe they're doing this on purpose, and I'm mad at them if they are, because that means that they're wasting my time because I'm waiting for it to take a turn and be good, and it's probably not going to even happen. And I find myself mad at them for that, and mad at every movie that ever took a turn for training me into thinking that might happen. The movie's just like god awful cliches and just like so on rail. Like everything about it it's just like Demi Moore plays like a washed up old actress who's like being pushed out of the industry, and she takes the substance so that she can be young again. And did she get an Oscar for this movie? You gotta be kidding. You gotta be fucking kidding.
I'm already
me.
mad
like,
listening to the plot. The adrenochrome is like, just take the fucking child blood and live forever. Like people will get exactly that far and be like, why can't that exist in real life?
Right, but you know, obviously it's disgusting and comes at a cost. You know, it's just like so fucking on rails. It just feels like such a fucking cliche. Like her motivation, so cartoonish. Like she like overhears her boss being like, "Fuck that old bitch. We need a young woman now," and just like, you know, this cartoon sexist. How dare you try to manipulate people into feeling a certain way with this cheap shit? And how, like, I felt bad for Demi Moore being put in a role like this, where like she's really not given much to do except be the old, pathetic, washed up actress that she's portrayed as. And anyway, I didn't watch all this movie. Maybe after 30 minutes it takes a turn. Maybe
it gets
really
good.
Great. It gets good, but everything I saw was the most predictable, stupid shit, and I was just like, a computer could have written this.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about like The Substance and Ella McKay, which is this very flawed, but very much from the mind of a director movie. Every choice is made based on his preferences and the way he explores the world. And it doesn't need to be good for me to think it's better. Like, it's
Yeah.
so much better because it's still him. It's still his story. And you know, lots of great performances from the actors who are in it. Nobody is going to give this movie its flowers, and maybe they shouldn't. But it is so preferable to the movies that are considered good now.
Yeah.
It
The
really-
cromulent movies.
Yeah, the cromulent movies, exactly. Okay, she didn't win an Oscar. She was nominated. She got an Oscar nomination for this movie. I'm sorry. Like,
That's stupid.
It's not Demi Moore's fault necessarily. I mean, you know, she agreed to be in this pooped movie, but
Pooped.
it's really fucking stupid. It's just, yeah.
No,
That's my
what's dumb
pooped
about
of the
it?
week.
Pooping of the week. What's dumb about it is that, or sorry, what's pooping about it is that, you know, the only reason she got nominated is because some gross, disgusting Academy members saw that movie because they perked up at the premise. Ooh,
Yeah.
be young forever, me. And like they just like, you know, watched that movie and then sat there in the pool thinking about living forever. Like smoking a giant cigar like Tony Soprano. I mean, like,
Yeah, it'd be nice to live forever. Yeah.
dumb,
Right, the movie
disgusting
complements-
Academy members from like, you know, these also dinosauric actors from the year zero. People you've never
Yes.
heard of.
Yes. No, I think you're absolutely right that it complements a fantasy of the Hollywood class. It's like
Yeah.
it's not actually the fantasy of normal people. Like normal people just like turn into a grandparent, you know? Like they just become old and
Yeah.
and are given no option except to just become old.
Right.
And it's only extremely deranged people who have spent their entire lives selling their bodies this way, who are desperate to extend that time.
Yeah. Yeah, they want their time back that they sold.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you know, I don't know about you, but I'm getting a little tired of these like movies about washed up actors. Like, you know, we already had like 9 seasons of BoJack, and then there was like a movie about a Birdman, and then it's you know, it's tiring. I don't really care that this is the only thing they can relate to is other washed up actors.
Well, I think it's also part of the trend of like we're gonna bring back an actor who this industry threw, you know, kicked to the curb years ago, but now we recognize that there's a little bit of, you know, a brand identity there that we can capitalize on. So we're gonna bring them back and give them new roles as washed up actors who the industry rejected. You know,
Yeah.
it's like it has felt exploitative to me from the start. Like every time Harrison Ford is in a movie, I'm like, leave him alone.
Yeah,
This
leave
is
him
elder
alone.
abuse. Like within the movie, somebody always like goes to a remote place and knocks on his door and forces him out of his house to be in the movie.
Yes. Yeah, they did that to Luke. He's like an old man who just wants to be left alone on his planet. And oh my god,
Yes.
there's a lot of ads in this game.
Yeah, there
there's
really
an ad. There's an ad for a mobile company that doesn't even exist anymore, like Singular or something.
Yes.
Those
Ads
dots,
for
yeah,
the
that
Incredible
thing.
Universe. Yeah.
That would be great. That would be beautiful. That would be like
Yes.
that'd be like a Sega game with Sega ads everywhere.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think I just saw pay-per-view.
But yeah, what were we talking about? Saying that, like, you know, there's shitty AI generated movies or inferior to
Yeah.
something that is, you know, not your best work, but still reflects something you were saying. It's almost like the opposite of what you were saying that like people will look back on my first game, you know, and see the consistency there. Here it's like you're
Right.
looking back on a whole career and seeing the consistency there.
Well, you know, it's both. Where, like, you know, if you watch the early works of like a great filmmaker, now you know, if you saw like some early movie from Martin Scorsese, you'd be like, oh my God, he already had it. But like
Yeah.
maybe at the time you would have scrutinized it a bit more because you didn't really know what he was going for.
Yeah.
But you know, I find that like the best artists are not always making their best work, but they're consistent. And when you go back and look at it, there's value in it because you still see them in it, and you're still like,
Yeah.
this is just more of what they had to say and who they were at the time.
Yeah, and that's cool. Seeing an artist at all different periods of their life changing as a
Yeah.
person. The art is alive that way. You see the art moving and shaping and reforming.
Yeah, well, that's how Mike and I felt about this new Spielberg movie, Disclosure Day. It's like not that great, but it's like what he wants to make as like an old man, and he clearly doesn't care what people want or expect him to make. He really wants to make this, so it's correct. You know, in my opinion, that's exactly what he should be doing. Like, you know, if he was self-conscious about being old and trying to like recapture his old films or try and like capture youth culture a little bit more, like it would just be so obvious to everyone. And
Right.
instead what he's doing is like some Spielberg shit, you know, and you love him.
Yeah, I think it's been cool seeing what Peter Jackson has chosen to do. Like after we kind of decided, I don't think this was on Thingus, but we kind of decided that it was impossible for him to go back to normal after making Lord of the Rings, because
No,
it's
he's
like a peak of his
Frodo.
career. Yeah,
he
he's
had
like
to get on that boat
Frodo.
with
He's
Bilbo.
ruined forever. He had to get on the boat with the rest of them, and
Yeah, no.
and he was never the same. He made that Beatles movie, which is not a film. It's like a documentary film, or you know, whatever.
Yeah, but it's still like an unbelievable achievement. I think it compares to making Lord of the Rings, because he took what the Beatles had filmed, like 40 hours of footage that the Beatles had filmed and then just sat on for the rest of half of their lives, and seemingly had no of ever cohering as a documentary, and he made a fantastic narrative out of it. And that's like, you know, that's an impossible task, just like making a movie that feels like the Lord of the Rings books.
Yeah.
So I think, you know, he did achieve something else beyond that. It may be, you know, because he's not really the face of it, because it was made in the streaming era. It just isn't going to have the kind of like cultural cachet that the movies did. You know, like I feel like most people, they'll watch like the Beatles concert part of it, but they won't watch the entire documentary. But like it's absolutely unbelievable to me that he spun that into a documentary where you get to just watch the Beatles fucking around and having conversations and like seeming as normal as they possibly can. Like you're truly not there. You're sitting in the room with them and you're not there, and the fans aren't there. It's just them and all the people they work with. Oh right. Bortlands is also mentioning Peter Jackson's World War I documentary, which I think we should just watch.
Yeah, we should check that out because I love World War One. I
Yeah,
didn't
it's
didn't
like
realize
it was
he was
made
also
for
a
you.
fan. A
Mhm.
fan of war.
Yeah, a fan of war. A war fan.
A war
Yeah,
fan.
no.
A great war. Great war, everyone.
Well, yeah, no, I think that's like the one that's waiting right now. You know, we're talking about like, Peter Jackson, what else did he ever do? And it's like the World War One documentary is waiting. It's
Yeah.
just sitting there silently waiting.
Yeah. I think you should go back and watch Bad Taste if you haven't seen it. Definitely
I haven't, no.
definitely watch Dead Alive. That's a really good one. That was like a really high effort one. Bad Taste is extremely low budget, but Dead Alive is like, that may have been his first like serious movie.
I don't think I've given Dead Alive a fair shake because one time Mike put it on and he had a VHS of it, and he realized like 20 minutes in that it was censored, that it wasn't the full explicit version, so we turned it off. And
Yeah.
I feel like I haven't really even been hit by how disgusting it is. Like, my understanding of Dead Alive comes from the time that our dad watched it in the middle of the night by accident on TV and was raving about it for days afterwards. He was like, it was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, this guy just like takes a lawnmower and just like tears somebody apart with it.
It's like the whole fucking movie. It's just that lawnmower scene. It feels like that lasts like an hour and 20 minutes. It's so fucking good. It's like, yeah, it's impressive because everything is so disgusting and so hilarious and so scary. It's so good.
Yeah.
I've only seen it once, but I would watch that one again.
Yeah, no, I would like to. Let's do that. After the baby is born. Let's watch that.
Yeah, let the baby see it.
Yeah. let it
Based
become an
baby.
ingrained memory. Yeah, no. It sounds like we've got some Peter Jackson to enjoy.
Yeah.
I also recommend Heavenly Creatures. That's a really sick one I saw a few years back. It's like these two girls who are in love with each other, and they decide the only way they can be together is to like kill one of their mothers.
Oh my god.
It's really great. It's very whimsical. We should call it a night. It is 10 to 11. Do we have where I am? Do we have any final thoughts?
Yeah, I have one more topic. It's like the thing we were talking about a while ago, where like a video game does a genre of music, and the genre of music is dead because it's in a video game now. So I did that in my game. I made a little jazz song, and yeah, it's the bonus theme, and it's like that's my understanding. It's like layered. It's like layered in irony, because it's like my understanding of 20th century game marketing, that like you would do something kind of unrelated to video games. But also that you would use music that you understand. So like,
Right.
by the time we were making Game Boy games, we were still listening to jazz, but it changed a lot. That like we'd kind of left a lot of it behind. I joked before about how the second the clocks hit 1950, we could no longer listen to Sing Sing Sing. It's just like,
Yes.
it's not the 40s anymore. It's like we aren't killing soldiers anymore in unknown countries. We're taking care of babies. We're listening to rock and roll. We're doing smoke that cigarette. It's like completely different mood for a completely different sound for a completely different USA. So like,
Right.
by the time we get to making jazz, it's like a bone. It's like a chicken bone with no meat on it, and I'm the rat, and I'm like the raccoon that's like, you gonna eat that?
Right, you're just picking up trash.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
I mean, I think jazz is kind of like, you know, when music has moved through the culture's digestive system, it makes it into video games because the creator of the video game is kind of dictating what they want the sound of the game to mean, and that doesn't usually mean innovative music that no one's ever heard before. It generally means music that they have heard or that they think is going to be a good fit for the game. So
right.
So the music is window dressing. The music is like interior decorating. And, you know, if you're talking about like jazz, you're basically talking about going to an antique store and buying a bunch of old shit and putting it in your house anyway.
Yeah.
You're like, look at all this dusty old shit. It's still good. You haven't
It's
thought
still
about it in a
good.
while.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how I see it. It's not quite the same as garbage, but you know, you could argue that antiques kind of are garbage, and
Right. They're not wanted.
They're so old. Yeah, they're so old that like when an old person dies, it just gets thrown away.
Yeah.
Because it's like, well, you know, maybe.
Wait, you're gonna throw out those Fuckus McGee records? Those could be worth 1 cent.
Yeah, right. It has been like it's so common at this point that you're not actually going to find a lot of antiques that are actually worth something just because they're old. And you know, like jazz music, people have the sound of it in their heads already. It's like children know what that sounds like.
Right.
You know?
It's in diaper commercials.
Yeah, we put on a jazz CD the other day that our aunt gave us. We just had it in the house, and one of the songs just sounded exactly like Katamari Damacy. Like, exactly. And I was like, this was recorded like 60 years ago. and it sounds exactly like the song in the fucking video game. And like, it's not fair that I'm comparing it to something so contemporary, but like this sound is so known, is so recognized, is so not novel that it's like a cartoon flourish that you put in your soundtrack. It's like it's shorthand for something.
Right,
it's shorthand
right.
for a woman sitting on a piano and going ba da ba 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 doo ba doo ba doo ba doo da, and that's
Yes.
and that's like the CD is like I forget who the singer was, but it's like absolute solid gold hits. It's like it's just the greatest thing that ever existed when she made it.
Oh man,
that's just how it goes.
I think it's been making me think of the joke in Futurama where like Fry brings his girlfriend from the past to the museum, and he's like, yeah, nobody cares about fine art unless it's tattooed on fat guys. It's like you have to. That's basically what jazz is. It's like jazz. Suddenly, jazz is alive again, but only because it was nested inside of a video game. Something that's like more interesting than the music on its own. You know, once upon a time, you could be like, no fucking way is that song on that record. But now it's like, oh yeah, we know all about records. We know all about all these different mediums of music. So how is it even exciting to hear a song on the radio when I could just like play it on Spotify or in my head? It's easy. It's easy to play a song. It's different. Is about like contextualizing one, like when a song plays at a part in a movie. That's cool, that's fun. That's people would rather listen to that than classical music, but it's the same kind of instruments.
Oh my god, I'm so fucking sick of like needle drops in movies and shit, because I think everybody is capitalizing on that, contextualizing a song that has already gotten the reaction.
The song that's already proved.
Yeah, exactly. It's proven, and now you're gonna take that feeling and put it in your Incredible Hulk movie. It pisses me off.
That is lame. Dun, 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 dun. That's an old video now, that Salisbury Hill Shining trailer.
Oh, right.
They make it happy.
Shining.
Shining.
Shining. Yeah.
Yeah, I do think it's cool that you kind of know about that music from playing Katamari. You know, like it's not like you could have really found out about it by listening to this track. It's too obscure now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
no, I mean,
the
you'd have to have
osmosis
the taste
isn't
to curate.
Yeah.
You're getting the taste of the people who made the game. They curated a playlist for you, and then they made their own version of Katamari, part of the lyrics. And yeah, I mean, it's like, I remember years ago, this is the last thing I'll say, we should wrap this up, but I remember years ago, there was like, you know, before there was social media, there was like a little bit of a controversy about the idea that Yoko Kanno, who did all the Cowboy Bebop, was a plagiarist, because you could trace back the riffs and the sounds of so many of the songs she did for Cowboy Bebop to other recorded songs. And in hindsight, I'm just like, yeah, no shit, because they couldn't get the song, so, and the director wanted the song, and they asked her to make a version of it, and she did. She made the song copyright free for them. That's not, I mean, you know, I guess you could call that plagiarism, but she's not like, oh, I have no ideas, I'm going to use these other great songs. She's trying to make sound alike. She did the assignment as she was asked to do.
Yeah, I remember you talking about this, and I also have thought about it, and it's like, yeah, no shit. It's impossible to come up with musical genres. Everybody who dabbles in jazz is going to sound a little the same, which is, you know, one of the reasons why nobody's really making jazz music. But like the tattooed on fat guys thing, that's fucking cool that they made an anime that's all about jazz. That's awesome, because the point wasn't the jazz. The jazz is just the window dressing. It's there to make the anime look better.
Yeah. They're cruising through space, and it's like, don't you fucking love that?
Yeah. Well, yeah, no, like, when you hear that for the first time, you actually wonder if it's like stock music from the 40s because of how authentic the sound is. And to say that it's plagiarism because it's too authentic is a little silly.
Yeah, it's a little silly.
It's a little silly. Well, you know, when we learned that, we didn't really know how anything was made. We didn't know that none of this comes out of your ass. All of this is hard won, and some of it is a little borrowed, and that's just the nature of things.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
That's how it goeth.
They spooned a little jazz into your dog food as a kid, and you can't be mad about that.
No, I mean, you know, it's not even that it's not real jazz. It's just that it's not really from the jazz era. It still qualifies as jazz. It's making us talk about jazz. It's making us love jazz. It's just, you know, it's mimicry. It's always been mimicry, though, even in the jazz era.
Oh yeah, I know. I mean, it was the thing, but they were all imitating each other.
Yeah,
and innovating on each other.
And now it's a bit of a retrospective to look back and say, hey, I really like this sound nobody uses anymore. I'm gonna be Quirk Chungus and put it in my house. And you know that I'm being a little bit berating or a little bit you know, mean, but I do think that's what you do to be a good artist. You take things that only you really want, and like a raccoon, you decorate your house with them.
Right. You still care about it. When other people are like, does anyone want this? You're like, no one wants it? I'll take it. I'll take that.
Yeah, it's not even that there's no jazz musicians. You listen to like the jazz station, and there's all these jazz musicians you've never heard of, just still making jazz and like still perfecting the art form, and still enjoying, you know, improvising and all the things that come along with being that kind of musician. You know, I think there's more to discover with a lot of old mediums, which is something really exciting about this era.
That, like, yeah, I mean, because, like, what Bortlance is saying in the chat is the difference between living and dead culture has gotten very hard to discern because nothing is 100% living anymore. And I mean, I do agree with that, in the sense that, like, people are cherry picking from different eras and kind of using them without context. But I also think, like, that's probably a necessary thing to do. When you pay reverence to those things, you're not going to create something distinctive from them. You're going to be, the shadow of them is going to hang over you. So, I mean, even though I feel like we are kind of in a shit culture right now, I don't think there's anything wrong with, like, picking and choosing what you want to take with you from the past and let influence you.
Right. Yeah, I think that's okay. I think it's wrong though to just like let the past be the future. Like let everything just be another replay, another rerun of The Simpsons, of the zombie Simpsons.
Oh, yeah, and I mean we were talking about this like a couple weeks ago, like the idea of millennials, like having all of the, like, being so tied to the past and the 20th century. But I think, you know, taking out of ignorance the aesthetics you want is a totally fine thing to do if you're using them to communicate your own truth about living in this moment right now.
Right. You're not just making anime about watching anime. You have to be telling a true story about your life, even if it's through these sort of recognizable tropes.
Yeah, and yeah, I mean, if that's all you've got and you're still telling the truth, then I think, you know, there is potential yet for great art. It's just I think that's what it is the lack of will or courage to be truthful. I think that's really what's missing. I don't think the idea of reappropriating aesthetics is novel or an impediment to that truth.
Yeah.
We want to leave it there.
Yeah.
Say nighty night.
This kind of looks like where we get off in our town.
Yes.
Here's my
Oh,
stop.
Pontiac, another dead company.
Oh wow, yeah. Yeah, ads you can't buy things for. That's a Thingus.
That's a Thingus. That's what I like.
That's a good Thingus.
That's the kind of culture I appropriate. Yeah. I think next week we may still be on this schedule. Probably another afternoon Thingus. But
okay.
Thanks to the chat for being lively, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Are they gone?